The GOAT loses to Green Bay, and Cincinnati gets the first win of the season.
Sport Brothers.
Welcome to Sport Brothers. It's week 3 recap, and let's get right to it.
Steelers versus Browns.
Cleveland won this one. It was not a game that I really enjoyed watching. As I've said all year, until they put in Kenny Pickett, Pittsburgh is going to keep losing. So I don't know what Mike Tomlin is thinking. Maybe he promised Mitch Trubisky starting all year or something at the beginning of the year. It's the only thing I can think of. But anybody in their right mind would put in Kenny Pickett at this point, especially if you keep losing. What's the point of not letting the guy get valuable experience? Just put in Kenny Pickett already.
Texans versus Bears.
What can I say? This was not a game for the ages. It was boring as shit. I didn't even really watch much of it. I saw the highlights. Justin Fields got sacked a bunch of times. It was boring. It was a super close game. I didn't really know who was going to win. I think I picked Chicago. I think they won. Who really cares? Moving on.
Raiders versus Titans.
Well, the Tennessee Titans beat the lowly Raiders. I think that's it now. Raiders season is over. 0-3. It's a horrible start. You have more talent. What the hell are you doing? I don't know if I believe in Derek Carr. I don't know if I believe in Josh McDaniel. I like Adams. I like Waller. But they just seem really flawed right now. I don't know how they're ever going to get back into this division. You got Denver, you got Kansas City, and you got the Chargers. I just don't see it this year. Sorry, Raiders. Maybe next year. I think you're on the way out. Time to be panicking if you're a Raiders fan. Sorry, Raiders.
Chiefs versus Colts.
Yeah, I thought this was an easy win for the Chiefs. This was my lock of the week. Why did I lock this up? The Chiefs played like shit. Well, they didn't even play like shit. They had this game so many times. Harrison Butker being out, their kicker, made it really tough for them because they missed an extra point. They missed a field goal. They had a touchdown that should have been a touchdown, but Travis Kelce just dropped it. They had so many chances to win this game. I don't think the Colts won this game so much as the Chiefs lost this game. Patrick Mahomes is going to go through some growing the pains. This kind of looked like last year a little bit, but he's got different receivers now. I'm sure they'll work it out. I'm not too worried. It was still a close game, and a few things break right for the Chiefs and they win this game, and we wouldn't even be talking about it. But Colts get the lucky win. Fuck you, Matt Ryan.
Bills versus Dolphins.
The Buffalo Bills lose to the Miami Dolphins. How the fuck did this happen? It was hot. It was sticky. Josh Allen still had a good offense. Stephon Diggs went out for a little while. I think he got cramps or something. They played good, but even their defense played okay considering that nearly their entire starting secondary wasn't there. Miami just kept it close. They got the lucky win there at the end. I don't hold anything against Miami. I just don't think they're as good as they're playing right now. It's early. It's early in the year. We'll see how they play down the track. I'm not completely sold on Tua. I said I wouldn't count him out after the 6 touchdown performance. But I think that was just an aberration. I just think that was the Ravens just had a horrible game. It's going to happen. It's still early. Some of these upsets happen. I did not see this one coming. I totally thought the Bills would win. They almost did, but they ran out of time. Poor clock management. And you saw their offensive coordinator have the meltdown there. It didn't look like things were going well there towards the end. Josh Allen, I don't know if this is going to affect your MVP performances this year, but that was a tough loss. Miami gets the win. What can I say?
Lions versus Vikings.
The Detroit Lions. Oh, so close. Man, they just couldn't hold them off. They got a little passive there at the end. It should have been more aggressive. Dan Campbell admitted that he lost the game for them, and maybe he did. Maybe they just didn't execute. I'm not really sure, but it just fell apart at the end. They gave Kirk Cousins the ball there towards the end. He threw a touchdown to the corner. Looked like the same play as last week or the week before whenever he had a play to Justin Jefferson. Looked like the exact same play. They didn't see it coming. Touchdown. Vikings win. Detroit, it's going to be tough this season. You're going to have to really fight tough to win games because everyone still doesn't think you're good, but I like your fight. Keep going, Campbell.
Ravens versus Patriots.
The Baltimore Ravens, man, they look pretty good this year. I didn't think they would win in New England. I thought somehow Bill Belichick would do something sneaky, and they almost got it. But even despite the turnovers, any bad plays, Baltimore still seemed to recover. Can anyone stop Lamar Jackson right now? I don't know if he's playing for his contract or if he's playing for his life, but he's playing lights out right now. I hope they stay healthy. I thought they would be Super Bowl contenders last year or the year before, but they got so many injuries, they just sort of fell off. But when you've got that guy at the quarterback position, you've always got a chance to win. I like that about him. He's a great ball player. He's setting records. He's still running for almost 100 yards every game, and he's getting touchdowns in the air. His touch looks a bit better. I love their tight end. They've got a really good team, and I think they could go far if everything breaks right for them. But this was a nice win by the Baltimore Ravens. And unfortunately for the New England Patriots, they lost their quarterback there at the end. That didn't look looked painful, and I don't know how long he's going to be out, but what the fuck are you going to do without Mac Jones? I mean, I didn't even think he was getting it done, but now you're going to have to go to the backup. I don't even know who that is, but good luck, Bill Belichick.
Bengals versus Jets.
The Cincinnati Bengals beat the New York Jets just like I said they would. This is one of the few games I got right this week. I lost almost every game. It was terrible. But Cincinnati, everybody knew this was going to happen. Joe Flacco's not going to have back-to-back great games. And Joe Burrow is not going to lose 3 games in a row. They're just too talented. They got Jamar Chase. They've got a good team. I like Cincinnati. And they get the easy win. So, sorry, Jets. Not your day.
Eagles versus Commanders.
What can you say? Jalen Hurts is playing great. Everybody's talking about him for the MVP right now. I don't know about that, but he's playing really good. They got a good defense, and the Washington Commanders are not very good. Carson Wentz is not the answer. He got sacked like 9 times, which is some kind of record or something, I think. They just didn't have it. And Philadelphia had it, and they took it to him, and they punished him. And I don't think that anyone has a chance in that division except for Philly and Dallas, and I can't wait till they play, but nice win for the Philadelphia Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Saints versus Panthers.
Wow. Baker Mayfield gets his first win of the season. I did not see this coming. I thought he was going to have to play someone bad before he got that, but New Orleans is pretty good. Jameis Winston, I don't know if he's the answer yet, but, he's not bad. New Orleans has a pretty good team. I thought they were more talented than the Carolina Panthers, but the Panthers have some gritty defense. I like their players. They're playing good. Baker is a much better quarterback than people give him credit for. I think he's going to make a little noise in this division. I think when it gets down towards the end of the season, they're going to be a team you don't want to play because they might knock a few other teams off, and it was a nice win for the Carolina Panthers. Well done, Baker. Keep on trucking.
Jaguars versus Chargers.
Who would have thought that Justin Herbert would play the whole game and not play very well? I know it wasn't me. I thought the guy was going to grit out a fantastic win and upset not upset, but beat the Jaguars. But the Jaguars are much better than I thought. They've got some good players. They put up some points on them. And pretty much from the start, Justin Herbert looked like he was not quite Justin Herbert. He got that bullshit ricochet interception that kind of turned the tide straight away, set the tone, and the Chargers just couldn't get right. They lost Joey Bosa, and they lost one of their offensive linemen, which is never good. Seems like the Chargers are just snake bitten. The gods, the football gods, they just always smite them and knock out a few of their players. So there's a bit of tragedy with the Chargers because every year people talk them up, and every year they start to get hurt. So I hope this isn't a trend, but Justin Herbert is going to have to play even better, and I hope he heals up and plays better next week.
Rams versus Cardinals.
This was my big upset of the week. I thought Kyler Murray was turning the corner and he was going to do something special. He was going to beat the Rams. Boy, was I wrong. Rams are still good. What can I say? They've got more talent. They've got the better quarterback. They've got other guys starting to show up. I think Allen Robinson will eventually become part of the program. Their defense is still pretty legit. They have a better team than the Cardinals, and unfortunately the Cardinals ran into them at this point of the year, and they needed a win, and they just couldn't get it. So LA Rams showing their dominance. I don't know if they always have the Cardinals number, or I can't remember which teams in this division, but they always seem to play each other really well. And today, the Rams, well, not today, but already happened, but the Rams beat the Cardinals in a convincing win. and I don't think the Cardinals are going to have a great season this year. Call me crazy. Sorry, Kyler. Back to the drawing board. Whatever the fuck they call it. You need to go study.
Falcons versus Seahawks.
The Falcons beat the Seahawks. It was a close game. They almost gave it away, but somehow Marcus Mariota got the win. The Falcons just seem to be gritty. They stay in every game so far. I don't know what it is. I don't know how they do it, but they always just seem to keep the game close. And they got the win here. They beat Pete Carroll and the Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith is not going to be the answer at quarterback. I don't know if they're going to make a change soon, but Seattle loses to the lowly Atlanta Falcons, who rise up and get a nice win here this week. Good job, Falcons.
Packers versus Buccaneers.
I thought Mr. Ayahuasca was going to completely crumble in this game, but you know what? He played okay. Well, at least to start out with. They looked really good. They were moving the ball. He looked like he had all the answers for Todd Bowles' defense. And then all of a sudden they fumbled and they just fell apart. I don't know if they needed that momentum or if it was just a change in momentum. But once again, Tom Brady was right there at the end of the game. I'm not too worried about him because they were still in this game at the end. If he gets that 2-point conversion, we got a tight game, and who knows what would happen then. So Mr. Ayahuasca gets away with one maybe here. Tom Brady must be frustrated. He's lost a lot of offensive linemen. He didn't have Mike Evans because of the suspension. He had to use Cole Beasley as his main receiver. There's just too many injuries. I just don't think it's going to be Tom Brady's year this year. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll round back into shape. Still a lot of time till December. And you know what? Tampa Bay, don't hang your head too far because it was kind of lucky. And Green Bay gets the lucky win, 2-point win. Nice job, Green Bay, but we'll see if you're any good for real. Still time to tell on that one.
49ers versus Broncos.
The San Francisco 49ers take on the Denver Broncos in Denver, and they lose. I didn't see this coming. I thought Mr. Unlimited would play better. He didn't. He looks more like Mr. Limited. Jimmy G ran out the back of the end zone for a safety, which ended up kind of costing him the game, but maybe that was better than the interception he was about to throw because they called the safety. So I don't really know. This was a sloppy, boring, shitty game. Nobody cared about it. In the end, I wish I hadn't even wasted my time watching some of it. But Denver gets the nice win. It's hard to believe that they're up there with the Chiefs at 2-1 in that division, but they are. So we'll see what happens. But nice win for the Broncos. Let's ride.
Cowboys versus Giants.
In the last game, the Monday night game, my Dallas Cowboys whooped the G-Men. Okay, they didn't whoop them, but they won, and that was great. CeeDee Lamb looked like he wasn't very good in the early going. He missed a really easy touchdown catch, and I was like, what the hell are you doing, CeeDee? And then later on, he made an unbelievable one-handed catch, so I think he made up for it. Cooper Rush seems to be the difference. I mean, this guy knows how to win. If nothing else, he wins. Dak doesn't always win like this. He's scoring more points. He's got the offense moving, and I like what he's doing. I would keep him in and keep the hot hand going because Dallas has a really good defense. I don't know if people saw this coming. DeMarcus Lawrence had 3 sacks. Micah Parsons is a beast. They just have a really good defensive team. They even got a late interception with Trayvon Diggs. So I like this Dallas defense. I like what they did. I knew the Giants weren't as good as they were pretending to be. Saquon Barkley still got a touchdown, but that's really all they got. I think they have a nice defensive young core, but they still got a lot of work to do. I like Dallas still to win this division, and Cooper Rush impresses me. I would keep riding the hot hand of Cooper Rush, and I liked what I saw from the team when he's in command. So nice win for my Dallas Cowboys. Keep it going, boys. How about them Cowboys? All right, let's go. And that's the show today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe, all that good shit. And until next time, Sport Brothers out.